And if you take a look at Mba's election, he did not even win the election. It's the Labour Party that won the election in Enugu State.
All of a sudden, you, a PDP member, is now saying Uba did not win the elections. Mba did not win the elections. But he was a PDP governor for all this while. Nothing happened. He was okay when he was a PDP governor. The moment he defected to APC, now you remember that he did not win the elections. Is this not sour grapes? And now you are saying the man's defection did not affect the PDP. But with the way you spoke just now, it shows you are highly pained that all of a sudden you remember that the man did not win the election. What's left of the PDP? A party in comatose, a party that as we speak today cannot even find a lawyer to defend it in court because the party chairman and National Legal Advisor pretty much fought their way out of court. And you're having people decamping because the party could not stand tall in the case of Anyanwu versus Okoye. So is the PDP between the devil and the deep blue sea, or is it a gone party as we speak today? Because we're never sure if you're going to have a convention.
Well, good morning, Rufai and
morning, sir.
Gwenga in the studios.
Good morning.
Yeah. Let me start by telling you that the PDP is not even shaken or even bothered by all these induced crises within the party. I said induced crisis because we know it is the voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. What is happening within the party is something that is coming from outside the party, using some instruments within the party to create some type of confusion and chaos. But let me state clearly that the party is not domiciled in the headquarters of the party. We only have issues of leadership, but not the workings of the party within the states. And I can assure you that the defection of Mba to APC has not, it will not rattle the PDP because he is swimming against the tide. Enugu State, from 1999 to date, has always been a PDP state. And if you take a look at Mba's election, he did not even win the election. It's the Labour Party that won the election in Enugu State.
Do you have facts to that effect?
Which is well known.
Do you have facts to that?
Yeah, there are facts to that effect.
That Labour Party, why wasn't Labour Party sworn in? Governor Ba won the election, was returned by INEC. Why wasn't Labour Party sworn in? He said he won the election. For the sake of our audience, Governor Ba won that election. I just have to state that, yes, and of the PDP.
No. If you ask me why Labour Party was not sworn in, that means you are trying to ask me to give my facts, and then you shouldn't conclude for me. Allow me to now give my facts, then you can now conclude.
Give your facts.
Now, in that election, the returning officer was not allowed to announce the result in Enugu. The matter was taken to INEC headquarters, and it took several days for INEC to take a decision on the matter. If the results were clean and clear and transparent, there was no need, there is nowhere where they go to INEC headquarters, look at the figures again before he will now come and announce the result. That is a red flag to show you.
I think despite the controversy, they still went ahead to court and the court declared them the winner. So let's not drag back on this issue. So let's look at the implication now. The Southeast region has been a traditional stronghold of the PDP. Now the APC has captured 3 states now, Ebonyi, Imo, and the latest Enugu, with Bayelsa brazen up. These are traditional swing stronghold states for the PDP. And now you also look at the National Assembly. The APC is riding with an absolute majority. So the question is this the last straw for the PDP? Does it have that strength to reinvent its wheel ahead of the 2026 election now, if the amendment sails through?
Well, if we agree that elections are a product of the people and not a product of defection, if we also agree that people determine who wins and who does not win election, then it is not conclusive for people to believe that because a high-profile individual within a political party has defected, that is the death of a political party. We have so many shining examples within our polity. Muhammad Buhari was a shining example. He came into AMPP and made it strong. And he left AMPP and formed his party, CPC. And even with the CPC, he was able to garner over more than 12 million votes, which is to tell you that it is the people that determine elections and not the individuals. Now, again, Labour Party was not even in existence. But the coming in of Peter Obi changed the trajectory, where even PDP governors were leading. The president himself lost his constituency to Peter Obi, where he comes from. He has the governor there. He was the presidential candidate of the APC, but he lost Lagos State. So it is not the defections that determine the actual outcome of an election. And I can assure you that PDP is very strong. This morning, I read that 25 PDP state chairmen held a meeting. I reiterated their commitment to the PDP and insisted that the PDP is strong in their own localities.
Okay, Mr. Omasani, isn't it sour grapes?
Yes.
All of a sudden, you, a PDP member, is now saying Uba did not win the elections. Mba did not win the elections. But he was a PDP governor for all this while. Nothing happened. It was okay when he was a PDP governor. The moment he defected to APC, now you remember that he did not win the elections. Is this not sour grapes? And now you are saying the man's defection did not affect the PDP. But with the way you spoke just now, it shows you are highly pained that all of a sudden you remember that the man did not win the election, but he was a PDP governor all this while. Okay. But now you are highly pained. That's what there's severe pain. It looks like the PDP is a severe pain.
Okay, listen to me.
Why did you say it all this while that Governor Uba didn't win the election?
Okay, that is what I want to tell you. That I have written that on my X handle, and you are on X. You can go to my X handle and check. I said he did not win that election, and I wrote it, and I gave my reasons why he didn't win the election. I am not a double-faced politician. When I say something and I stand by it, initially since he won, I said he didn't win, and I accused our judiciary of.
Okay, let's get this clear now. People believe that beyond individual leanings in politics, beyond the individual sentiment, people believe that what's happening in PDP now is its refusal to heed that warning bells of having an equitable zonal structure. Dates back to the build-up towards the 2023 election, and that's the price of the big gamble that the PDP is paying right now.
No, I don't think so. PDP, as it came on board this season, had leaders who had no will to exercise their right to navigate the party, to do the proper thing. Now, initially, we had a very strong chairman in Iyoche Ayu, but he was removed, just like Secondos was removed, using the courts. Now the courts removed the two of them, and then Damagum became acting chairman. And being an acting chairman made him to now begin to defend his seat rather than to navigate the party. Because there were moves by North Central, who were the original occupants of the position, to say, okay, we want to reclaim our seat, because constitutionally, that is what it should be. And so he left the core responsibility of the party and started defending himself as to how he can perpetuate himself up to the last moment. So the party leadership was complacent. They were not able to really put in their might in the party. That's why people.
But I want to believe. That the issue now has gone beyond individual sentiments. Because would you link Mba's defection to the court case that you're having right now between the legal advisor and the national chairman over the tussle over who has the right to engage in legal counsel? Okay, and we also look at Wike's 6-point demand that has court backing. So how do you justify all this just within barely a month, exactly a month to the national convention for November 15th?
Well, I don't know which 6-month demand that you are talking about that has a court backing. All I know is that our national convention is still on course. And we have also displayed the letter where the national chairman and the national secretary have, notified INEC. And INEC is very much aware of the party. The matter that is in court today, which is raising some furor, is an issue that is merely administrative. Now, if the national legal advisor is insisting that he is the one who is supposed to represent the party in court, and the national chairman brings Chris Uche as the legal counsel with other 5 SANs, as it's just merely administrative. Who has the power to do this?
Who has the power to engage the legal counsel?
Okay. Well,
quickly, we're heading for break.
Yes, by our constitution, it is the national legal advisor that can do that, but he cannot do that in isolation. He has to do it in consultation with the national chairman. The national chairman is the chairman of the party, is the chairman of the NWC, is the chairman of NEC, and is the chairman of National Convention. Okay. So nothing goes on in the party without his knowledge. The national legal advisor cannot work in isolation. It's just like this for Fagbemi, who is the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, to say, because the Constitution spells out that he has the right to do certain things.
Thank you, sir.
He cannot consult the president.
Thank you so much.
That's not possible.
Really appreciate.
Consult the president.